A lot of people. Welcome back to the Carousel Show. My name is Roller Coaster Rider.
AMK.
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. Listen to the In the Loop podcast. Anyway, a lot of people do armchair imagineering where people are like, ooh, what should Walt Disney World do as their fifth gate? But then you got some other people, for example, Drew the Intern on a podcast said that he wouldn't have built Hollywood Studios, and instead he would have maxed out Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and then he would have built Animal Kingdom. Like Hollywood Studios when he wouldn't have built it. He then gave ideas about where some of the rides would go, which I think that's fine. But uh, hate to be mean, Drew, but I actually think Animal Kingdom is the park that isn't really that needed. It was it was what's his name? It was Joe Rohde's pet project, but it was a
Well, we
very
haven't really been through it though,
yeah.
have
We
we?
haven't keep in mind we haven't been to Walt Disney World since 1991, so and we know it's changed and more expensive. So we're going so my thought is that Animal Kingdom really with minor tweaks all of the attractions could have gone into the other parks. Now, we're not going to focus on all of the shows in the park or the Jam and Jungle Parade or but I will do one quick one. Rivers of Light. Um if you didn't do Rivers of Light, you probably could have taken that money and updated Illuminations and then updated Phantasmic.
Yeah, could be.
So Kay, who doesn't know a whole lot about the Disney parks about like where stuff is and whatnot. Um, to be fair, I had to do research too. She's going to like essentially ask me where would you have put the stuff, and then I would have told, and then I'll say where I would have put the stuff. So okay.
Okay, so in Animal Kingdom, why don't we, one that I've heard about, just start up from the top. Festival of the Lion King. What would you do with it, or where would you put it?
I would put it in Hollywood Studios in its own separate section and make like a Lion King Land or Pride Rock area.
Oh, interesting. This one, I'm not sure if we did or not in
We
Disneyland.
did.
Or, we did?
Hmm.
Okay. It's tough to be a bug.
That can go into Epcot and replace Body Wars. Body Wars apparently made people sick. It's tough to be a bug. I don't think makes people sick.
Didn't we just sit down in that ride, or did we walk through?
No, it was a sit down, but I think it was also I think the it was also a simulator.
Oh, okay. What about Avatar Flights of Passage?
And Navi River Journey. Well, those two, because Animal Kingdom did build Pandora, the world of Avatar, and because it's based on the movie, well, it can be built at Hollywood Studios. Not really change much.
And then the Navi River Journey?
That can stay the same, but both of those can go into Hollywood Studios.
But then the next one that I have in mind, you probably could stick that also in Hollywood Studios, working with the movie Finding Nemo, the musical.
Yeah, that can go into Hollywood Studios. Maybe replace Little Mermaid or Beauty and the Beast or
Yeah,
one.
but you can't get rid of the princesses.
They've been there for like 25 years.
I know, but I wanted to go do the Little Mermaid,
Show?
and for 2 days in a row, it was closed down. No, that was the ride, I think, at California's Adventure.
Oh yeah, but I'm. This is the 25-minute show.
Oh, okay. Oh, the musical. Okay. What about that thing, that big thing in the back, dinosaur?
Dinosaur. Um. Well, it was originally Countdown to Extinction, but it became Dinosaur just to tie into the movie that came out in 2000. So what I would do is I would retheme it to Armageddon, which is that asteroid movie. or that Meteor movie comic,
Mm-hmm.
which was a Disney production. And since it's used at the Walt Disney Studios in Paris, again, put it at Hollywood Studios. Give that park another e-ticket ride.
Okay. What about Triceratops spin?
That's basically a Dumbo with dinosaurs. So I would just retheme it to Flounder from The Little Mermaid. And I
Hmm.
would also put that in Hollywood Studios, kind of max out that park a little bit.
So getting anything dealing with any of the movies or whatever, you want to stick them in Hollywood studios.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hopefully they have enough room.
The
You're re-
resort is
you're
on
replacing a couple of things you said, but
the resort is on 30,000 acres. I'm sure they can add another 50 acres to Hollywood Studios, and if nothing else, move the entrance and build on parking lot.
okay. What about that
Primeval.
primeval whirl?
This is one where I would have taken the budget and done something different with it. Like I wouldn't have featured stock spinning wild mouse coasters, which I don't know if they necessarily work in a Disney park or in a park themed to animals, especially when it's themed to a 1950s roadside attraction USA. I know it makes no sense.
But California's Adventure, where we did those drive-in like drink places, those were all like, well,
Well,
it
that was part of Route 66. It made
with
sense.
cars, yeah.
This would be like This is like Raging Cajun in the middle of Cars, in the middle of Radiator Spring or Cars Land.
Okay.
But anyway, take that budget instead of Revicon or Zamperla, whoever that was. I would have taken it and made a Mack spinning coaster, and I would have put it indoors, and I would have themed it to. You ready?
Go ahead.
The song "Under the Sea" by The Little Mermaid.
You're having a lot of water things.
Not really.
Finding Nemo,
That's a show that's
Flounder,
puppets. Yeah.
Flounder, and now Under the Sea.
Yeah, and that can go next to the Flounder's Fish Flounder ride, and that can be part of a Little Mermaid land. And now
Okay.
you've got something at Hollywood Studios for the girls, or for little girls. So you've already got e-ticket rides with Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Star Tours, upcoming Star Wars Land, and Avatar. But then you've also got stuff for little girls uh, with the Little Mermaid themed area.
Okay. I don't remember if we did this or not.
We didn't.
We didn't do Expedition Everest.
No, because it wasn't in California and it opened in
Oh,
2006. Expedition Everest, apparently, if you are familiar with Disney rumor history, uh, Japan was supposed to get their own version of Matterhorn, but there was some anger between Kodak and Fuji because it was going to be called the Mount Fuji coaster. So my thought on that is rename it the Mount Fujiyama coaster, and then Kodak can't really say anything. So you call it the Mount Fujiyama coaster, and you can kind of keep pretty much the same theme, but maybe replace the Yeti with, I don't know, a Japanese snow ghost or something. And it would give
the
Japan
Yeti.
Disco Snow Ghost, Disco Snow Ghost, and would give Epcot a major coaster and Japan a major attraction.
Hmm. And they could still keep Fuji happy.
Kodak.
No, Fuji in Japan. Kodak wouldn't have anything to say.
No, Fujifilm is one of Kodak's competitors. It would be
I
like
know, it's from Japan.
yeah,
Fuji is
Fujiyama.
okay.
That would be like a McDonald's restaurant want a Burger King place wanting to open in a McDonald's restaurant. They didn't want their competitor inside the park or something like that.
Mm.
Anyway,
Um, what is that Rivers Rapids thing?
in
It's
Asia, Kali River Rapids.
yeah, in the on the map.
Uh, well, Disney is not against using the same name for attractions in multiple countries or in multiple in different resorts. So I would just essentially theme it to Grizzly River Run and put it in Canada.
Hmm. Just put it in Canada.
Or uh, I also had this thought about taking the theme of Sinbad. No, never mind. That's I'm not gonna do that. And it would give Canada a major attraction besides a Martin Short 360 film about the wonders of Canada for like 20 minutes.
Woo. What about don't they? What is that safari there on the
Kilimanjaro
map?
Safari.
Yeah. Where could that actually go?
This is one where I would take that budget and instead make two dark rides. I would take one and I would take half the budget and I would make a dark ride themed to the Muppets. Put it right next to Muppet Vision 3D, and bam, you've got a Muppets area. Like, there's rumors about a Miss Piggy's Superstar limo, where it was the Muppets retheming a dark ride.
Hmm.
So that's half the budget right there, and then I would take the other half and make a indoor trackless dark ride and kind of theme it to Timon and Pumbaa, where they're kind of like jungle skippers. I would essentially make it like Jungle Cruise, except have Timon and Pumbaa be jungle skippers.
Hmm.
It wouldn't really have animals. It would be on land. It would be almost completely in the dark, but they would make or there would be like voice acting of them saying, "Hey Pumbaa, be quiet." Sorry. It would just be like a slow fantasy dark ride, and it would be pretty funny because Timon and Pumbaa are pretty hilarious.
Yes, they are.
Hmm.
But like all the areas of Disney, what about the Animal Kingdom Lodge?
Animal Kingdom Lodge was I think it was the first Walt Disney World resort inside a theme park. So here's my thought: you take that idea for the hotel, but you make it taller so it looks like Big Ben.
Cool.
And then you put it in Epcot in the London section,
Oh, wow.
or in the England or the United Kingdom section, and then bam. Considering food and wine, can you imagine the attendance of that hotel when if you drink too much, you can just check into your hotel?
Yeah.
And also Epcot gets way more people than Animal Kingdom.
Hmm.
And if not there, I've had this other thought about in around the China section, building a hotel that looks like part of the Great Wall of China.
Yep, good idea.
But anyway, these would have entrances and exits into the theme parks that are private, so you can. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
so yeah, Animal Kingdom with very little change, all of these attractions could have been built in other parks.
Yep.
And then I guess the rest of the money could have been used to just sprucing up the parks in general.
Okay.
Like Tree of Life, take that money and, I don't know, give Hollywood Studios a new icon? I don't know. Um,
They put a lot of artistic work into Animal Kingdom. It looks like it.
sure.
Well, the tree houses and the Tree of Life and different areas.
Yeah, I've heard things that are contradictory of that.
Mm.
So anyway, and of course, when you make the Little Mermaid area and the Lion King themed area, of course you'd have to have food. So maybe take the budget from, I don't know, Restaurantosaurus and or Yak and Yeti or Boma and use that for Lion King themed area, like
Okay.
Simba's snacks or something, or I don't know.
Okay.
Uh, Mufasa's uh what is it? I don't know. Mufasa's something. Anyway,
Well, you don't want to eat his grub.
no, it's Timon and Pumbaa, so you don't want to eat their grub.
Oh, the bugs,
Yeah,
slugs, or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Anyway, bye.
Take care.